We are back. We are playing a control build. You guys know that's my favorite. That's what I like to play. And when I get the opportunity, I like to try to showcase something. A card that we've had for a while that I haven't thought of for a while that wasn't good and still probably isn't, but might find its place in an Esper control build. Whenever I am playing an Esper control build, I am using Archangel of Wrath to gain a little bit of that lost life, because, you know, a lot of the times you're just trying to stall the game long enough to get to your big hitters at the end, which is our Teferi, Temporal, Pilgrim, Wandering Emperor, and yep, that's it. And Archangel of Wrath. Yeah, and that becomes part of that kind of finishing move here with the Archangel of Wrath. Cast it for 6, you get to deal 4 damage immediately, gain 2 life for each of it done. Actually, let's read it, just in case you are unaware. It is 2 white and 2 generic. Kick it for black, kick it for red. It has flying and lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, it deals 2 damage to any target. If it's kicked again, it gets to do the same thing, to deal 2 damage to any target. This is Archangel of Wrath, dealing the damage. Removal doesn't stop the effect from happening because the damage is already through, as well as this has lifelink. Really nice. Oh, and it does not damage the Archangel of Wrath, which is super important when considering that as well. But we're already splashing red for this amazing control piece, as well as getting a little bit of lifelink on the board if we're facing something really fast, etc., etc. Let's move on. What does that have to do with the Arcane Bombardment at all? Well, nothing really, not on the surface. But whenever you cast your first instance or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instance or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card, exile with Arcane Bombardment. That sounds really strong whenever we're thinking about a control build where we're having quite a few instances and some sorceries that are going to deal a lot of hate onto the opponent. Specifically stuff like Void Rend, specifically stuff like Cut Down the Throat and Cut Down in general. March, that happens, like actually March would be really terrible under an Arcane Bombardment because it wouldn't do anything. But we're not using Arcane Bombardment as like a finisher like most people would, like most people think about this card. Whenever you see this card, a lot of people try to build around it. We're trying to include this into an already good Esper control build. Why did I decide to go this way though, you might ask? Well, this is a very budget account. We only craft specific cards, and I'm not sold on a lot of the cards from Phyrexia All Will Be One quite yet. I'm sure as I see them, I will become more, what shall you say, accepting of where its place is in the meta. But Mandrake definitely has a spot here. We have another Mandrake on the sideboard. Because of our budget, though, we're trying to think about old cards in the new meta. Always be thinking about how you could use tools that you already have and make them great again. Very, very standard stuff. Depopulates, Mandrake, Wandering Emperor, Memory Deluge. Also terrible under the Arcane Bombardment, so we have to try to use it before it gets trapped under this. Shieldred, we only have 1 copy, not a lot of space in this deck. A more reasonable thing would be not to have these Arcane Bombardments and have a couple more Shellies, but, you know, we are trying to see if we could use Arcane Bombardment to our advantage here. Sideboard is all spells. It's all spells, except for 1 Mandrake Glory Dominus. We got a couple of Disenchants, really good under an Arcane Bombardment. And we've got some big busters over here. But for the most part, we are making sure the opponent can't get things onto the field and have them stick with Void Rend, Cut Down, March, Go for the Throat, Make Disappear. And those are the things we're trying to get under it. And, of course, Depopulate as well. Who can forget? I actually wonder whether this will be good. I would love for this to be good. I would really enjoy it because I really like Arcane Bombardment decks. Could I maybe make this a little bit better by getting rid of the Memory Deluge and also the March? Yeah, probably. But that would also be not playing my game. The goal of this specific video is to continue to play my specific way of playing Esper control with a splash of red for the Archangel of Wrath and the Arcane Bombardment, and see what we could do to make this deck better. And I'm just using things that are sitting around in my collection. Not crafting anything for this one, not at all. As you can see, we are pretty broke. We are broke boys over here. So yeah, no funny business, just getting right down to action, trying to be competitive with a budget account. And yeah, this is how we're going to do it. Thank you for joining today. Make sure that you've liked and subscribed on the video. You guys are amazing out there. You truly are. Thank you for the support. It's been very amazing on this journey with you through Magic the Gathering and the competitive side of it, as well as the budget side of it at the same time. I would say that this is not your first deck you're ever going to make, but you will pick pieces of this up over the time of playing. And if you notice, we're not going straight into all of the crazy cards in Phyrexia all will be on one, because our account can simply not afford it. I handicap myself for you guys. And yeah, we're just playing a couple of the Phyrexia all will be one cards, because honestly, use the cards you already have, make them better, highlight specific cards like the Shieldred's Edict and Mondrake Glory Dominus to make what you already have good better. That is what new sets do, and that is what we will continue to do. I will also, as a side note, say that there is a point in Standard where it starts to get a little bit bulky, a little bit murky, a little bit hard to navigate, and that is before rotation happens. Once rotation happens, then it's kind of a free-for-all where really budget decks can be played effectively, and actually you're going to play a lot of them because a lot of the things are rotating and a lot of people are trying to fill the void. So budget decks do really well after rotation, but at this point in the arena, it's really hard to play on a budget because you've got a lot of really big stuff out there. You've had over a year of collecting the best cards in Standard, and that's what we're going to mostly be seeing when we get into the arena. It has been, what, a year and a half since rotation has happened. Therefore, there are a lot of cards and a lot of choices. We are going to stay disciplined, and we are going to continue to play our game. But if you've been playing consistently over the past year and a half, you probably have a good portion of these. They are the best of the best. The Shieldreds, the Memory Deluges, the Wandering Emperors, a copy of Teferi, and the Temporal Pilgrim as well, and Who Slows the Sunset. Arcane Bombardment might be a little bit fringe, it may be a craftable, but yeah, all of this stuff is stuff that has been the best for a long time. And if you're playing a budget account, you better be crafting just the best. Let's see how it does. Again, thank you for joining, and I'll see you in a best of 3 matches in the arena. See you there. Our opponent opts to go first. We have 1 land we mull. 3 lands, not what we want. Well, we can have all the colors. I guess I can't complain too much. Mondrake in hand. But I actually think that it's the weakest choice here. If this is like any best of 3, especially if you're playing kind of an Esper control build, you're going to see slow decks. You always get that kind of mirror match going. Draw an untap land, which is great for us. So we throw the Bank Buster down. And now it's about trying to get the cards we need in hand with the Bank Buster. Pass. Experimental Augury. Right. He's going to put 1 in his hand, the rest on the bottom in any order that he proliferates. Nothing to proliferate. Mirix. Jace. That is quite an early Jace cast. That's fine.
I will clear your...
We milled 3 lands. Get rid of it.
The knowledge we acquire is still valuable.
I would have rather drawn a card there. But getting that Jace off of the field, Jace could really do some damage, but I would actually say that was a slight misplay on the opponent's part to play the Jace so early. I wouldn't consider Jace a tempo play. Getting plenty of land, which is actually good. We could slam this, but it could get countered. We're gonna pass. Already play land for turn, in turn. Mirrex creates a 1/1. Fine. Draws a card. This does have Toxic, so we are going to have to look out for that. But if he's spending his mana every turn to just create a colorless Phyrexian Yatadir, I'm okay with it. Ichor Moon Gauntlet. Planeswalkers have the thing. The 0 for proliferate and the -12 for take an extra turn after this one. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been too impressed with this card, but I guess it is something that can be played. That's fine, we'll take a poison. So this is saying that our Archangel of Wrath probably isn't going to do a lot when it comes to life gain. Looks like our opponent wants to put poison counters on us and end the game that way. Or Boris Tears. Draw a card. Aha. We could also cycle this. And I think we do. Not because I don't want the land, but because it gets a little bit deeper. Now, do I think that he's got anything to stop a Teferi? Well, he seems to really like the new cards. That's all we have seen so far, so he probably has Shieldred's Edict. Let's see if we can bait it out of him. Maybe he has a straight counter right here. Here and here. This also has the effect of if he leaves us on the field, his Mirrex isn't nearly as good. Hang on, I think I already passed. Yeah, I already passed the... No, I'm in combat now. I could have crewed him. I'm going to say that I chose not to, not out of a mistake. And maybe not. Maybe we're crewing the Bankbuster to block something. Experimental Augury again. Augury. I swear to God I know some English. Another Jace. Interesting.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh
He seems to play those
always lose.
Jaces quite a bit. But he decides to proliferate here. There's a Shieldred's Edict. I told you it was out there. Crew. Shelly. Come here.
What you're thinking won't work.
And kick out an Angel of Wrath. Go here, go here. Again, we have seen nothing but new cards here.
Iterate on my performance.
And we're pretty far ahead on the board. Okay. Vraska likes to show up here. That's the one that, yeah, turns that guy into treasure.
Metal stone and flesh.
For 4, huh? Well, I kind of want to get that off of the field. So I'm going to immediately Wandering Emperor here.
Run away. You'll be safer. Remember your
Come out
training.
here, grab it, take it off the field.
Phyrexia's influence still grows.
This guy really likes Phyrexia All Will Be One, doesn't he? A little pause for thought here. We still have Shieldred. We have a second Wandering Emperor. We have Teferi. We have two types of Teferis. We have the Temporal Pilgrim and Who Slows the Sunset. Plenty of life, though, so probably Teferi Temporal Pilgrim is the way to go. Let me adjust that mic there just for a second. We get a pretty long rope here. And I'm going to cut back in right here to kind of say, yeah, this guy's playing all new stuff. Yeah, and this is just typical of an overspender. Like, look at this. All mythics from today's current standard set. Phyrexia All Will Be One. Generally, you're going to see a lot of salt if they don't win. So he might have actually just disappeared on us. He definitely waited for that timeout to go, and here we go. Now we get to really see if he's actually there or if he's just mad and walked away from the screen. And he apparently did walk away from the first game. We'll call that a slow scoop. The slow scoop from the opponent. Victory. Twice. We get 2 wins. We're just waiting a little bit longer at the end of the game. Play first. Okay, 5 land hand. With this deck, I usually keep these, especially in the first game of best of 3. Even if we just draw lands and die, we'll get to see what the opponent is playing, which is great. Don't have a white. Should have maybe played a white there, but I like Ijanjo, Seat of the Empire, much better than Atawara, Soaring City, so I'm willing to take the risk here. Bank Buster for the opponent. Okay. Move on to opponent's turn. Let's see what he's got. We're holding up here. We're not drawing the card yet because if he plays a creature, cruise a Bank Buster, we're in good shape. We'll Ijanjo the Bank Buster and get ahead on cards. But nope, he passes back to us like a smart little player. Grigori, huh? We got a March. That is certainly interesting. Yeah, play the tap land, pass. We don't need a Wandering Emperor quite yet. We have March. He's probably drawing a card off the Bank Buster. And I don't want him to draw 2 cards off of the Bank Buster. I want to get ahead. So maybe we're marching. Now, this is artifact or creature. I want to actually do this now. And the reason is if he draws a card here, he will. But if I do this on the opponent's turn, he gets to draw a second card. I don't like that. So he just gets a 1 card off of the Bank Buster and it dies. 4 mana for a card is not great. Mana, pass. That puts us pretty far ahead, so... What else? Nothing. We draw a card. Nice and slow and steady. We have a red on the field, which is great. We could Archangel of Wrath, bust him in the face. That'd be 8 damage if we did the Archangel of Wrath thing, then crewed the Bank Buster, smacked him. Or we draw another card. Opponent has 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3, 6. So I think we just end turn. We are ahead in lands, I think. 5 and 6. Yeah. We did go first. Jungle Hollow. I'm surprised that is still seeing some play. Pass. And goes to my turn. Draw. Another bank buster. It is our lucky day, guys. It is our lucky day. Huh. Takanuma. Through the bank buzzer. Opponent. So he apparently has something. Let's see what he's got. Swing. Not white mana, so not an Emperor. Okay. Takes it. We bank buster. A long pause here. We could also put out the Archangel, but I don't think that that's quite necessary. We're ahead on board. We're playing some control build. We have ways to draw more cards. Opponent has 6 lands. We have 7. 3, 6, 7. Yep. I spoke it correctly. We also have extra mana with this treasure here. So just low value over time. Oh, wow. I don't know this card. Reveal the top X plus 1 card of your library. Choose a creature from among them. Put those cards into your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library in any order. If X is 5 or more, instead put chosen cards, yada da. That's too much reading for me. So go ahead and not do that. Passes to my turn. I will draw another land. And that's actually exactly what we wanted. Karoo, the bank buster, swing in for 4, gets him down to 13 with black. I don't think he's got ways to remove creatures, but I don't see a board wipe coming. Well, he can. He could have that card that costs 5. Card I should really play more than I do. I do play it in mono black. Cannot remember the name of it. That ain't it, though. That's another fancy. Phyrexia all will be 1 card. Looks really nice on the board for the opponent. Bushwhack. I will then go for the throat. We ain't doing that. We are not doing that. Alright, that was round 1. Play a couple more Infernal Grasps. This actually worked out really well. Cut down is going to be completely worthless in here. Man. What else did we see? Maybe a negate. I wouldn't mind having 1 more negate. 1 more negate in here. And we can go down. Shelly. Nah, Mondrake. Sorry, buddy. Haven't seen the Arcane Bombardment yet. Mana base is Skeptic, but we do have Bank Busters. Aha, we drew the black. See, magic is easy. Draw the things you need, win the game. Okay, we see the bombardment. I just had to mention it in the mid-game there, on the sideboarding phase. Just had to mention about the existence of Arcane Bombardment in our deck, and lo and behold, we have it in hand. Not good right now, not good, but it will be later on, depending on how long this game goes on. We draw into a go for throat, but do we set up here? No, we cannot go for Throat of the Flesh Gorger. So we have to wait for the Emperor to come in and do her bidding. Second Flesh Gorger. Where there's 1, there's 2. Alright. Bank Buster, and we will have to let it pass. That is quite a shame. He might have this second round. 2 Flesh Gorgers into a Bank Buster is pretty heavy stuff. Here they come. Exile. That. I am unfortunately going to have to take the damage here.
You're done.
That is painful. But we draw the perfect card for that Flesh Gorger. Alright. Submit 0.
We've got the edge in this fight.
And we'll move on. Void Rend. The nice thing about Void Rend and things with a crazy ward like the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger is that it cannot be countered. Therefore, you don't have to pay the 3 life, because if you read ward closely, the ward is whenever a permanent with a ward becomes a target of a spell or ability of an opponent controls, counter it unless they pay that cost. So we don't have to worry about that cost. Yeah, sure, we lose the Wandering Emperor here, but we do have another one in hand. Okay. Swings. Void Rend on the Flesh Gorger. So we have to remember not to pay this life. Decline. Yep. You had a way, I had a better way. 4 or 5. So we still don't have the land that we really want here. So we'll draw. Mana. Perfect draw. Got a couple of different options here. Either we go for the throat and target something on his turn, or we play another Bank Buster here and start drawing more cards. He looks like he's playing a mono black kind of control build. So we're going to go Bank Buster. He might have something to destroy artifacts. There are a couple options in black. Yep, maybe we should have held up. But we could kill that next turn, no big deal. Down to 9. We're gonna do it like this.
Run away. You'll be safer. I am almost sad to see
That
you
allows
go.
us to get that dude off of the field on our turn. Hold up, go for throat, and he can't crew the Bank Buster. Invokes Despair, though. That is rough. We'll draw a card. Building up mana base even further, and let's go ahead and really kick this thing off. We need to gain a little bit of life here. Crew. Put him down to 18. We are at 11. Kind of even the playing field. That's what Archangel of Wrath is there to do. An 8-point swing in life total. Mana. I guess he is kind of Grigori because he does have the Death Cap Glade. Maybe just splashing. Oh, Flesh Gorger. Flesh Gorger. Crew. Has to do the tempo play, doesn't he? Let me count this. 7. We don't have anything that costs 1. So we hold the Arcane Bombardment for now. Right now it's about kind of survival. Yeah, for this turn, we're going to pass. When he swings, we Void Rend. Where we see one Invoke Despair, there are 3 more in hand, so we have to be careful about that. He does get that off this turn, this time. The Green Sun's Twilight. Yeah. Okay, so that grabbed a land. I mean, alright. He puts an extra land out on the field. Here we go. Time to shine. Void Rend. Resolve. Decline. That's dead. Now, we'll pop this. Yes. Do this. That. Yes. Auto pay. Uh-huh. I cannot remember. But I don't think that could be countered. It can. Alright, I had to do it for science, guys. That was damage for science. But here's the beauty here. Well, we don't have a target for Go for Throat. Yeah, we do. The only spell in our graveyard is Void Rend, which means I'm going to do this very strangely. Come on in. And then I'm going to Go for Throat and kill my own guy here. Because I have to target a what would you call it? Non-artifact creature. But now we can start Void Rending every single turn. Yeah. Killed my own pilot. I killed my own pilot. But now, every time I cast an instance or sorcery, I Void Rend something. Leveler. Oh boy, that's big. He kills that? Okay. Ouch, though. Big ouch. Bank Buster coming in hot and heavy. I'm down to 3. That's not what we wanted. We're going to draw. Teferi. I'm going to draw one more time because very few things could actually get us out of it. That's one of them. All right. But here's the thing, guys. Here is the thing. Yeah, he unearths that, swings in for 8. He wins. He takes round 2. But we actually got to use their Arcane Bombardment the way I intended for it to work. And that is in itself worth losing a round. Disenchants. Go for the Throats. We'll release one of those to the sideboard. We will also release... what else? March looks good. Shelly? Yeah, Shelly can go away. We are also going to pull in a couple of Sheoldred's Edicts and make this appear can go away. I know. We're making this deck a little crazy. A little bit crazy. Mana base kind of all over the place. Void Rend's definitely staying in. Wandering Emperor's definitely staying in. Memory Deluge allows us to get to cards. Teferi, who slows time? Who slows the sunset? That's a totally different card. But yep, average cost is expensive, but it's meant to be in control builds. Play first. 5 lands. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Okay, disenchant, Archangel of Wrath, Teferi. Do something like this. Duress, get out of here. Disenchant probably goes away here. Maybe the Teferi. Wow. He went for the big boy move. He's expecting this to be a long game. That's what I hear there. But we we don't have any draw cards. Really quite the shame. He puts the Bank Buster out anyway. We can use that from the bin. Let me guess, you got the guy. I had absolute Garbo in hand. So I'm not expecting to really win this one, right? We gotta try. Hello. March. Looks good. This exiles. Hello. Another duress. Boy doesn't want me playing cards. There goes depopulate. And a land. That's part of the battle right there, getting lands. Still have a decent hand ourselves. Archangel can hold some things back. Void Rend is really good. But if we don't draw lands here, we kind of are crap out of luck. If we don't draw our draw power either, we are again crap out of luck. Okay. Grasp. Maybe. No need to be hasty. We are way behind in this match, though. Oh my god. Make him use his stuff. Make him use it. Yeah, weak play. Go for the throat. Alright. Alright. Another land we might actually try to slam the Teferi out there in order to maybe absorb some of his cards. Oh, ow. Oh, yeah. The deck killed us. This is death by deck. Death by shuffler, shall we say. And the constant duresses from the opponent. There goes Teferi again. Yep, we got removal, though. We do have removal. Maybe we stick around in here. Yeah, alright. Cool. Okay. Hey, at least we got to see Arcane Bombardment and what it could do. Any old creature. Hey. We're at 2, though. I don't think we're coming back, fellas. Watch him play a Shelly right here. That's the true drawing everything you need. Okay, Invoke Despair. Was that all 4 Invoke Despairs? It certainly was. This looked contrived. Like, how do you beat that? 4 Invoke Despairs and we don't draw any lands. Wow. Hey, Arcane Bombardment, though. Arcane Bombardment, that was cool, right? It did a cool thing. Land base is absolutely garbage. We kept the hand with Skeptic land base last game. and the third match did not go well. If you are watching this far, you've probably seen it. If not, you ever get invoked despaired 4 times in the face? Yeah, it hurts. It's painful. But I suffered through it for you. Oh, it was painful. Okay, it looks like we're not getting punished. We have the Sanctum in hand. Opponent playing some slow stuff as well, it seems like. We could just play this. We don't have any good turn 3s. Oh, we do with the Void Rend, but no need to bust it out immediately. Yeah, when another non-token creature you control dies, it connives. When it dies, return target non-rogue creature card with equal or lesser power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting stuff. We might Void Rend that. If we see another creature come down, we Void Rend. If not, we Memory Deluge. Mana. Aha, he's trying to wonder if he's thinking about the Wandering Emperor. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to hit oops to make him think that I made a mistake. And I think we just pass. Or do we build up mana base a little bit more? How sure am I that he will swing? I'm not, but I will pass turn. We can still Memory Deluge, jump down, grab some lands. Pass. Goes on my turn. Maybe I was able to freak him out a little bit. Memory Deluge. Sir, it is on you. Sir? There we go. Alright. No lands. Wow, I am glad I took a look. Memory Deluge and Emperor. Still absolutely no on the lands. Go with the Archangel of Wrath. It resolves. We go 2 to the face. The angel probably gets removed. He actually Takanumas here. Really? Mana. 4 cards in hand remaining for the opponent. We have not drawn to any lands, so maybe we are kind of getting punched. I swear to God that we have lands in this deck. Swear. 25, in fact. Another Launderer. This one resolves. Hey, hello there. Whenever it dies, it doesn't say anything about exile. We don't have to play a card this turn. 4, 5, 6. Does he have anything else down there? Well, he has the Evolving Adaptive, but I think it's worth slamming this out. Now this gets a connive. Now, whenever he swings with that, we want to be eliminating that. Okay. He gets a creative 4/4. We'll take 9. That's pretty nice with the Body Launderer. I'm not going to lie, that War Chief and the Body Launderer together, really good. It costs 4. What's this do? It gets 1/1 for each oil counter whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control. If that creature has greater power or toughness than Evolving Adaptive, put an oil counter on said thing. And this mana value X or less. Huh. Maybe we draw an attack with a Wandering Emperor here. Exile the Body Launderer. We still have one more to deal with, or so it seems. But if we have them both off of the field at the same time, I'm going to just YOLO it. We're YOLOing, guys.
You started this,
Exile.
but I'm going to end it. You are not much of a roadblock.
I'm not going to attack. In turn. If he swings with both, we march on the Rhino Warrior. And we block the adaptive. But if he has a creature that comes in with flash, Evolving Adaptive can become a 4/4 pretty easily. What you got? Here he comes. Pay 0, confirm 0. I've got to pay 1. Let's submit 0. Okay, no, I don't. Get rid of it. And get rid of it. And he scoops. Okay. Hey, that was cool, right? Was that fun? It was fun for me. Yeah, Disenchant's definitely coming into this deck. Mandrake can go away. I would love for Mandrake to stick around a little bit longer in these things, but my God, whenever you already have such a loaded deck, it's hard to fit new cards in there. It really is. Shieldred's Edict, I don't know if it's quite what we want right here, but definitely Essence Scatters. Essence Scatters are going to go a long, long way, and Papa Cut Downs are completely worthless. And here we go. I guess never mind. That is the second time on this recording that has happened. That we play in best of 3, but usually you're only playing best of 1 if you bring something that your opponent can't contend with. And if you play absolutely brilliantly, like yours truly, absolutely a beast. Yeah, and we won. Of course we're going to play first. Ew. Mana base, not only bad, we don't have... Oh, wait, we have all 3 colors. We do have Cut Down, we do have Go for Throat. We can play both of those things. We have a March. I don't like to keep 2 mana hands, by the way. I absolutely hate it. But I know that with the way the Shuffler works, if you mulligan, you won't have any lands, or you'll have 7 lands. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hesitate to keep it, but I am going to keep it, and we are stuck. What is the opponent playing? Black, red, white. Interesting. Passes to the opponent's turn. Hopefully we see something we could do here. It's not good. He gets a lot of value out of that, and we got our 3rd land. Disgusting advantage for the opponent. We go first, and we fall behind on lands. That's not the best way to play control. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. We might still be okay here. We do have some good tools. It's a shame that we drew both Arcane Bombardments. Yuck. Oh my God. Okay, and that's why I don't like to play 2 mana hands. You get punished for it, and when you do, it hurts. It really, really does. Uh-huh. We have a Roper, by the way, so commentary may come in a little bit slow and drudgy. Maybe I should use my deep, low voice. Staff of Completion! I didn't think, never have I ever thought I would see this in standard play. Gotta probably kill this. Kiki Jiki goes away, please, sir. We don't want him copying that repeatedly, and this is too much of a, yeah, I think this is too much of a curve. I really do. Because we still didn't draw any lands. Pay 4 life, draw a card. He probably is okay to do that for a while if I am drawing the way I'm drawing. There's Reflections. There's Restoration of Ijanjo. Can't do anything about it. Still can't do anything about it. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to give it one more chance. That's not land. I'm going to go ahead and scoop. It's only the first of best of 3. We're not out, but we do know that we need disenchants. We do know that we need cut downs. We probably need the marches as well. Man, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. We got to kick him out again and Teferi. Negates can go a long way of getting rid of those reflections of Kiki Jiki before they get really strong. And let's go down to 1 Arcane Bombardment because it's ridiculous to draw 2 in your opening hand. That was not my favorite moment of the game. And go down 1 Bank Buster. Play first. Oh my god. Alright, well, see, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Every time I mulligan with 2 lands, I always get 1. Mull. And now we're stuck like this. Alright, guys. I am so sorry. Yeah, this is the worst of the 3. The first one was the best. And here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to get this dude down and running. Drawing that Bank Buster might have just saved our butt in this game. Saved us. Mana. Raffine's Tower. Passing turn. Oh, no. No, it's my only chance. Okay. Goes in my turn. Let's draw. Void Rend. Mana. Okay. Okay. We are looking okay right now. Start to... He got stuck on lands. He had to ditch a Troxa. Did it on purpose, though. Fable. Okay. We're killing the land. Or the treasure, I should say. We're drawing a card. Arcane Bombardment. If we drew the Arcane Bombardment, we could Void Rend that so he doesn't get to cycle. I don't want him cycling. I want him to be stuck with what he has, especially knowing that he's having trouble getting lands like we were in the last one. I don't want to see a land come down, otherwise I spoke as a fool. Cathartic Pyre. Now he might actually get a land out of here. But he didn't play a land yet, which makes me really think that he didn't have it. And he still does not have the land. Okay. We're looking all right. There's a tapped land. Now the real question is do we want to get that Bank Buster rolling for 4 damage per turn? Or do we want a Memory Deluge and do the better spell? Let's Deluge. Opponent. He's looking at his graveyard. Wow. Oh, that was a weird way to say it. He is looking at his graveyard. Cathartic Pyre again. What do you discard? Wow, a big score. Choose 2. We're going to grab Emperor. We're going to grab Raffine's Tower, probably. What if we just grabbed a Ijanjo, though? I think Raffine's Tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't mind taking a turn off to get a Triome out. Let's see if we could draw a negate here. We cannot. What do you get?
The Emperor of Kamigawa.
Oh,
and
1/1,
will
huh?
Protect my people. We must protect
Go to my
the
turn.
people.
Pass. Here we go. And we're going to swing at the Emperor. He's going to block. There's a block. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Now, double Wrath. Take 2 damage, go to the Emperor. 2 damage, go to face.
Our swords will cross again.
All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And that's exactly what Control wants to do. Build up a better board state than the opponent. Slowly. Ever so slowly. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. This costs only 6. And we don't have anything that costs 2. So I think we just have to Void Rend this now. We really want to get that Arcane Bombardment out and working. Next. Intern. Got to figure out what's going on with him, what he wants to do. After that, Portal to Phyrexia goes away. Uh-huh. We'll let it go. What else? Think long and hard about this decision, opponent. He invokes Justice. That's good. That is very good. We're going to Deluge. We're going to grab a Negate. That would have been really nice about 4.3 seconds ago. Atraxa Grand Unifier it is. What a card. What a card. Nah. We gotta draw into the things that we need. If he swings with Atraxa, which is... Oh, wait. Nope. This thing has Vigilance. Wow. I think we just got beat. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 available. We can counter the Restoration of Ijanjo. Just the fact that the Atraxa has Vigilance is what beats us. I'm going to pay this. We're going to reach for Depopulate. We're going to reach for March. Negate. That is awfully painful. Four and then 3. If that was an untapped land, that would have been better. But we will depopulate here. We don't want you digging. We want you to hold a dead farewell. Or what you think is a dead farewell. We have a negate. That gets beyond negate. Man, oh man. This deck, I am telling you that this deck is the opponent is playing is a brutal one to get through. We're gonna go with the Arcane Bombardment, and we're gonna end turn. We're really hoping to get something for a negate. Mana. Doesn't know about the negate. The only way I could do something well is if he tries to invoke justice here. There it is. Invokes justice. I will negate it. Okay. Big score. I will Void Rend that. All it does is breaks the thingamajig. Yep, we're taking 6. Make disappear. Big Deluge. We're gonna Void Rend that. We're not gonna negate. Archangel. And a Void Rend or make disappear. Void Rend. Void Rend is a little bit more versatile here. I think we're good. Getting that negate under there is a really brutal for the opponent. There's a farewell. I will make it disappear. Not sacking anything. I will disenchant this. I will Void Rend this. I will negate this. This is how you start to get ahead. Alright, that was the first spell, so Arcane Bombardment is turned off until the next turn, which is really quite a shame. It does leave us a little bit open and susceptible to the opponent. We're probably going to be Wandering Emperor on our... Okay, fine. Fine. Alright, what do we have under here? I wish you could look at this a little bit better. I will march those 6. Submit 0, get that. Auto pay. Void Rend on that. And we want to leave one of those spells open in case he tries some shenanigans on his next turn. Yeah, pass. Pass. 1, 2, like, how do you look at this? There we go. Hey, I got it. Sanctuary Warden. That's why we left that open. Do that. We will negate. Oh, wait. I screwed up. Yeah. Disenchant. No, I screwed up. Okay. Decline. I really messed that up pretty bad. But it's okay. I meant to mess up because, you know, if I showed you guys just perfect things, right? It would be boring. Okay, slam the Archangel, pop the shield, pop the face. See, I meant to mess up because... Wait, why didn't that pop the shield? So, I gotta get my head back in the game. Yeah. Yep. Phone ring, and then, man, oh man, I've been all over the place. Let me get my head back in. All right, Wandering Emperor. And we're back, baby.
Finally, I'm home.
Embarrassment scoop? That's not my style.
My judgment is fine.
We're up to 11 health. That's actually really good for, yeah. Kind of a screwy middle game there.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Swing in for 4. Uh-huh. And now we have to start drawing some cards. Get a Teferi Temporal Pilgrim out on the field. I would love to draw another card here, and hopefully it is an instant or a sorcery.
The entire multiverse is at stake. I won't back down.
Let's just do it. Let's just draw a card. Hey!
Now that is an interesting fact.
That is an interesting fact. Now, here's the thing. We don't want to kill the Archangel of Wrath. So if he plays some sort of spell, Wandering Emperor for him, it's fine, I guess.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Exile target creature. I'm going to kill it myself, and he is out. I could have returned it to my hand. That was probably the better move. We don't want Farewell. I should have put that little vehicle in here instead. Shieldred's Edict is starting to look pretty good here as well. Depopulate still looking good. Memory Deluge always looking good. Shelly. We're going to have to get rid of you. And that right there. Let's try for round 3. We split the first 2 games. Again, Arcane Bombardment looked really good in that match, even though it kind of threw me off my groove just a little bit in that center, but able to recover quite nicely, especially being so far ahead of the opponent. And voila, victory for game number 2. Here's game number 3. And the focus is intense for this one. We've battled it out. We have battled it out. Negate. Memory Deluge. Arcane Bombardment. I am not in love with this hand. But I've been burned for mulling just decent hands. We do have the Negate, which makes this decent. It gets rid of an early Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I do apologize if you do not like long matches. There's a pass. Turn 3 is coming. Fable is coming out. That's what that means. Fable players always curve out on the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, so we're going to hold up a Negate and immediately counter the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. See? Magic is easy. Now that that's done, we Bank Buster. We do have a red on the field now, though. Maybe we're bombarding again in this round. That'd be really nice. I wonder if we played and he just immediately scoops. Cathartic Pyre. Discards a card. It's big score, looks like. Okay. Well, you know, can't have it all. 3. Really? Oh, come on now. Don't do this to me, deck. Don't do this. But it is kind of nice. I will kind of take it. He's got a slow deck. That's not good. Pinkbuster and a tower, probably. Pass. Sundown Pass, probably a little bit stronger. Comes in on tap. There we go. We could cycle to Rafine's tower, right? No, we can actually just draw a card off of the Bank Buster. That's probably a little bit stronger. If we can stay alive long enough, well, I think we could outpace the opponent. We haven't drawn anything except for draw cards, so yeah, that's always charming. It's either no draw spells or all of them. But if we have all of the draw spells, big thing here, you get all of the cards. There's an Archangel. Put it out. Go to here. To here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still a little bit away from Portal to Phyrexia. He may discard a card, certainly taking his time thinking about it. Zapandrel, alright, at the beginning of each combat, double, oh yeah, this is one. I actually really think that this is a good green card. Very good green card. If you could pull it off. Flips the Fable. Sanctuary Warden. I've seen enough of Sanctuary Warden for today. Card was a real pain in the butt to deal with. Okay. What else? Goes to my turn. Negate. Still off. What do we even have in the bin? A negate and that's it? Yeah, it's been real bad luck with cards. Cards have been a real pain in the butt in this round. Flips Restoration. We are going to be digging, and we're going to be digging deep. We have to. Yeah, he's going to copy the Sanctuary Warden as you do. And this is gonna really hurt. We're at 22. Another restoration. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna negate this because. All right. Okay. I am back. We have to get a board wipe. If we do not, we die. Come over here, block. Yep. Alright, we're a breath away from dying here. Reflections of Kiki-Jiki. Finishes resolving. We go to my end step. Memory Deluge. We get to look at 4. We've seen a lot of cards out of our deck. And neither of these are the card that we want. It's not in the bin. Okay. Stuck on the opponent. We draw a Make Disappear. I'm going to try. Draws another card. A bit of an act of desperation. We still have 17 life. We want to do this on our turn. I know I'm playing this way out of order, as is per usual. But I feel like we need to get his big power off of the board. Alright, keep on trying. Keep trying. That is 5, 6, 7, 8 damage coming at us. I hope to God I didn't take those depopulates out. I wouldn't have done that. Ah, yeah. That's an ouch. I think that's actually game. Yeah. That is game. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. 24 damage coming at us. Yeah. That's an ouch. That is certainly an ouch. Okay, let's go do a post-game wrap. We're going to talk about... does Arcane Bombardment actually have a place? And the answer to that question is still a resounding maybe. Arcane Bombardment, as you saw, it did really, really, really well in those long, grindy games, but a lot of times it was taking up space. I'm going to actually go down to 1. I think it is worth a copy in this deck. I really, really do, because when it's good, it is very, very good. When it is bad, it is kind of... it's really bad. But for the most part, if you get it on the field, you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff to your opponent. I just wanted to put this dude in here to see if it would actually work. Had this card for a while. Budget account, so we play what we have, we use what we have, we use the tools available at our disposal, and Arcane Bombardment, in my case, is available to my disposal to use as I please, because, you know, I really like his stuff. It's really fun. It's really fun, but, yeah, I think more work needs to be done on this. Mondrake, I don't think should be in here. I love the card, but it just probably is not correct for this, where we could probably add things like Consider. Oh, we gotta do it like this. Probably a couple copies of those Considers, and maybe go down 1 on the Shelly again, because here's the thing. We need a little bit more draw power in this deck to make it really oomph. I'm not sure what to do about that yet. I don't know what I want to do about that. Maybe even Impulse is a better choice for this deck, because, yeah, Esper Control is still very good. Splashing red into Esper Control for the Archangel of Wrath and 1 copy of Arcane Bombardment is where I want to start thinking about what I'm going to be doing next, coming around into the next meta. And yeah, that's where I stand on it. Arcane Bombardment, in my opinion, did well enough to deserve a spot in this deck, even as just a just one of these, because otherwise, when you draw 2 of them in your opening hand, it's a real bad moment, and you know you're not going to turn that guy around. You're not going to win that match. We saw that once in here. We also got kind of screwed with mana. Our mana base could possibly use some work. That might be a place where I'm thinking about as well. Also, Memory Deluge and Arcane Bombardment are not good friends. Neither is March and Arcane Bombardment. So maybe trying to find a little bit of a way around that as well. Maybe a different draw card in here. But Memory Deluge is my favorite by far card, and I don't want to build a deck around Arcane Bombardment. I just wanted to get extra value out of Void Rends, out of Go for the Throats, cut downs, etc., etc. Make disappear, negates, right? You could get some extra value out of it, and that's what I like about the card. Even if they remove this, I don't care. Deck is not built around it at all. I did not make any choices in this deck because of Arcane Bombardment, except for I put more Triomes in here that were going to be grabbing that red mana that we need. That's all I did. Instead of having blue-black card, we put the Triome in. It's a little slower, but overall does the same thing. Maybe we cycle it later on in the game. Probably not. This is a mana-intense deck. So yeah, thanks for joining. Hey, thank you a lot. I appreciate you tuning in and saying hi and joining me in with an Esper control build. And these are my favorite ways of playing. Today we went 500. I'm happy with it, but of course we're just trying to knock the cobwebs out of some of the older stuff that we've had in the format, like Arcane Bombardment, and it's going to take a while to get a deck that's just brutal, especially with such a hard meta environment right now. But I like what I saw out of this deck, and I want to continue to see this deck improve, and I've got some ideas on how to do that. Again, thanks for joining. I'm running out of words. I am rambling at this point, so I'm going to say sayonara. See you later. See you next time in the arena. Bye.